been a while since I posted anything on this channel. Here's a good look at the 318 again. But one thing I do a lot in my spare time, it's a nice little side hustle, is buying, selling, and flipping used lawn equipment. Either from Facebook Marketplace to just finding stuff at the side of the road, or digging around in lawnmower scrap yards and bringing them back to life if it's priced right. So that gives me a nice opportunity that I just thought of today, because I get to buy, use, and sell a lot of different equipment. That gives me a really good ability to see what is good and what is trash nowadays in today's lawn equipment market. Now, 1986 John Deere 318. This one's already been in a video. This is the one I restored. I need to take the engine off of it. It'll be running again. It just will take some time. But what we're going to look at today is a new version of that, and it is this John Deere X520. This is powered by the twin-cylinder liquid-cooled Kawasaki engine. I think it's like a 675cc displacement. I'd have to check again, but feel free to correct me in the comments. This one I got in, I was actually mowing another piece of equipment that I sold at the time. Got called up from a buddy. This thing was deemed for death for parts, and because a lot of these John Deeres, they have a bad problem. These dashes, that's the computer, and all these computers in these tractors are known for dying. And when they go, they remove all functionality of the tractor. They turn this thing into a giant paperweight. There's really nothing you can do besides just replacing the unit, going to John Deere, and paying the $600 that it costs. And a lot of people don't do that. They just prefer to junk them. And that's kind of the culture of lawn equipment nowadays, is, God forbid, something actually breaks, just trash it and go buy another one. But I put some work into this one. Now, honestly, the people I got it from, it was probably their time. They put a lot of money into it, and they used the piss out of it, and they decided it was time to let it go, which, that's their choice. I mean, they had another piece of equipment ready, so this thing really wasn't all that needed. But I put some work into this thing. The seat was blown out, put a new seat on it. Ordered a new computer through eBay, the only one on eBay, so I was lucky to get that. Had a little price penny to it, but due to how I got the machine, it was worth it to put a little money in this machine. Now, this machine mows great. Honestly, if this thing had hydraulics, I would keep this rather than that. But since that has a hydraulic pump, naturally I can use it for a whole lot of other stuff rather than a mower. I love that more than this. But if this thing was actually hydraulics, then it'd be great, because this is a hydrostatic transmission. It's belt drive, so it's just like a standard riding lawnmower, except a little beefier. The rear end's actually pretty beefy. We got a tough torque transmission in here. They make it really nice and easy to service this one, unlike the regular Craftsman or MTD model transmissions, or the K46 that you find on a lot of other models. You pull this in and out just like any other tractor, hydrostatic, to be able to push it. This thing, you don't need to run any special gas in it. It just takes regular pump gas. 54 inch cutting deck. You do it by this stupid little knob. I'm not a big fan. You sit on it, you press your foot on this pedal that lifts up this deck, and then that you are free to change the deck position. So I'm not a big fan of that feature, but it works. It cuts great. This is the yard. I had somebody try and buy this mower a couple days ago, and they proceeded to set the deck to the lowest setting and kind of mess up my whole yard a little bit. I'm not a big fan of that. But that was my mistake for not telling them where to mow. But yeah, the deck, it's a pretty sturdy built deck. I really have no complaints about the cut quality. They got grease points on this deck for the spindles. A lot of models do not. They have the sealed spindles, so then they end up blowing out on you. So that I like that for that. This thing, you might be wondering, what in the world is this little guy? And that is a diff lock. So that is a feature that tractor does not have, to where when one wheel starts spinning, like say you're on a hill, you hit that and the other wheel's going to get you out. Because most of these tractors, at least the garden tractor, not garden tractors, lawn mowers, like your standard yard tractors and all that crap, they're going to be open diff. So once you get one wheel up in the air or stuck, the other one is not going to get you out. So that is a nice feature on this mower to help get you on the get you through the rough terrain of wherever you're going. Say if you're not mowing, you're pulling something through some nasty stuff, that diff lock will come in handy. The seat can flip up. It can move back and forth. So for the fat people like me, you can move it all the way to the back position. Or if you're short and skinny, you can push this all the way forward and be nuts to butts with the steering wheel. Now the dash is it's pretty basic. There's not really nothing much to it. Nice fuel gauge. This unit on this dash is out of another mower, so these hours are not accurate. 941 hours. Now we'll take a look at the engine. Now, if you have a model with these brush guards, you have to proceed to pull out one of these pins. Whoopsie. Knocked the phone right out of my hand, guys. Now these hoods, the downside of these hoods is they are very fragile. As you can tell, this one has already cracked and has been repaired. So this model does not have the headlights on it. But yeah, the last known hours on this machine, 748 hours. If you need to look at this, here that is. Now here's our Kawasaki liquid cooled engine. As we can see, the displacement is 675 cc's. There's that for your viewing pleasure. Now they make service on these machines very easy. The oil filter is right there, and as well as your drain. So you're not going to get your all your crap covered in oil, unlike a lot of other mowers. On this model, they give you a pretty big battery, definitely a lot bigger than a standard lawn and garden battery. Now you can see all the bundling of wired spaghetti going up to that control unit, or the dash, or the gauge cluster. So you got everything in this machine, all the safeties running through to that little guy. Now, if you need to do maintenance on the carburetor, you might as well just pull the hood off. I never had to pull the hood off, so I don't know how much of a pain in the rear end it is. So your maintenance time may vary on whatever you do. This has a vacuum operated fuel pump, or pulse fuel pump. So there ain't no electric one, which I thought there was electric one when I first got this machine. Now this machine is a little weird with starting. This thing has a spring loaded choke. So starting this machine, it takes 2 hands, which is really hard to do with a camera in your hand. So we're going to go ahead and proceed to try and lay this down for you guys. So we're going to turn the key to the first. You got to make sure this pedal is in the down detent. I have the parking brake set, so we got that working. Make sure your PTO and all your crap is pushed down in the down position besides the parking brake, if you have a parking brake installed. Like, not installed. What am I looking for? On. Yeah, on. Just a little easy. This machine does spew out a little bit of a puff of smoke every time I start it. So it does have that. This engine doesn't burn oil, but it does do that. It has a nice little card to keep your radiator clean. You're supposed to wipe it off after every use. It's a good idea to wipe it off after every use. Let me turn this off. We also have our fuses right there for easy diagnosing. All your relays and all your fun stuff will be right there. Your air box is right there. Starter right there. Pretty easy to get to if you decide to do your own maintenance. So we're going to go ahead and shut this up. Now I won't be driving this model due to someone will be picking this up probably within the hour. This thing will live not in another state but in another county. But these Kawasaki engines, at least with this model, they are cold-blooded. There's a lot of stuff that has to warm up before these engines start really putting out the power. Like if you hop on this thing and immediately kick on the PTO, it will spit, sputter, and die. Now, once you get it nice and hot, it just bogs down a little bit and then fires up the blades, and you have no problem with it. But if I was going to buy this tractor on Marketplace, I wouldn't pay no more than about $1,500 to $2,000 if it's in this type of condition. Now there are models that have the rear wheel steer and all the fun doodads. Those can fetch you about $2,000 to $3,000, somewhere here and there, depending on what it looks like. So yeah, that's pretty much it with this model. I mean, another fact I didn't include is you have a nice little cigarette lighter port, 12-volt port. Now those, I guess if you want to charge your phone while you're mowing, yeah, I mean, you're free to do so. I mean, it's free country. text and mow. But oh, I should also include mowing on hills. Now this thing, it does, so zero turn is terrible on hills. We all know this. We should know this. So I use this, I have been using this while the time I've had it in my inventory, is mowing around that said pond. Now that said pond, it is very steep, and depending on how I sit on this thing, I can get one wheel up in the air. Now, I don't recommend any of you guys do that, but it's a free country, and you guys will take, the operator assumes all risk of whatever happens, so read your labels. I mean, it's literally right there. Avoid serious slopes. But, you know what? You only live once. Screw it. I use it to mow the pond. But it will handle, well, for me, this one seems to handle slopes pretty well. Now, would I recommend you mow slopes with it? No, just like any other mower. But this is definitely 10 times better than a zero turn at handling slopes. And the tire tread definitely is nice for this machine. Keeping the traction going and keeping you pushing forward. But yeah, well, that's all for this one. Yeah, that's my honest opinion and showing you the features of this John Deere 520X. Now, this is a 2009 model, so the newer ones may vary, but around this year, this is what you're going to expect in a John Deere X520.